Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Teacher Marge, and for today's maths video lesson, we will be discussing about proportion. Anong ibig sabihin ng proportion? So what do we mean by a proportion? When do we have a proportion? Uh, and how do we find the missing term in a proportion if that ever happens? Okay, so without further ado, let's begin our discussion for today. Okay, so what do we mean by a proportion? A proportion is a statement of equality between two ratios. So, meaning to say, you cannot have a proportion unless you have two ratios and these two ratios are equal. Okay, so suppose we have 2 is to 3. Okay, 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 6. 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 6. So, una, there should be two ratios. Okay? In this case, satisfied natin yan kasi we have 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 6. So, we have two ratios. Second one, it should be a statement of equality between two ratios. Meaning, it's not enough that we have the word "and". It should be an equal sign between the two of them. Okay? So in this case, we will read it as 2 is to 3 is equal to 4 is to 6. We have a statement of equality between two ratios. In this case, it's 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 6. Okay? So how do we prove that these two ratios actually form a proportion? According to the fundamental law of yung fundamental property of proportions, the product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes. Okay? It's it should always be like that. The product of the means must be equal to the product of the extremes. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin natin sa means and extremes? These means and the extremes are parts of a proportion. So, ibig sabihin, the means and the extremes are quantities in a proportion. And each quantity is called a term. So in this case, ilan yung terms natin? Meron tayong 4. We have 2, 3, 4, and 6. So these are the terms in a proportion because each of them is a quantity that make up your proportion. Now, when we try to identify these terms, we call them as the first term, second term, third term, and the fourth term. Okay? So these first and fourth term are what we call extremes. Okay? Yung first at fourth natin, ang tawag natin dyan ay extremes. So 2 and 6, the first and the last, or the first and the fourth term, are what we call extremes. Sila yung mga nasa dulo. While the second and the third terms, ito yung 3 and 4, are what we call the means in a proportion. Now, ano nga yung tanong natin kanina? How are we sure that 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 6 form a proportion? Anong sabi? Sorry. In a proportion, the product of the means must be equal to the product of the extreme. So if we try to do that, we need to multiply the first and the fourth term, where in this case, it's 2 and 6. So 2 times 6 should be equal to second and the third term, 3 times 4. Okay? Sa equation, pag nagsosolve tayo, meron tayong left side at meron tayong right side. So, in this case, we need to solve one side at a time. So, pansamantala, deadma muna natin yung 3 is to 4. Okay? So, dead mo muna yan, mag-focus muna tayo dun sa 2 times 6. And what is 2 times 6? It's 12. Then 3 times 4 is 12. Are they equal? Yes, they are equal. So, that means yung product ng ating extremes na 2 and 6 is equal to the product of the means 3 and 4. So, ibig sabihin, 2 is to 3 equals 4 is 6 is a true statement. Or 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 6 form a proportion. Okay, so ganun lang siya iti-test. So, mag-test pa tayo ng isa. Okay? Suppose we have another pair of ratios. Let's say I have 5 is to 8. Hindi yan. Equals 10 is to 4. Okay? 5 is to 8 equals 10 is to 4. Do they form a proportion? So, titignan natin. So, anong sabi? We need to get the product of the means and the product of the extremes. At dapat pareho sila. Ano nga uli yung means natin? Yung means natin, okay? Ang means natin ay yung first and last terms are extremes. At ang means naman natin ay yung second and third terms. So, ano yung ating means? Ang means natin ay yung second at saka third. So, in this case, it's 8 times 10. At dapat equal siya dun sa product ng ating extremes, which is in this case, it's 5 and 4. So, 5 and 4. Performing the operation, 8 times 10, this is 80. And 5 times 4 is 20. So, we are in question pa ha. Are they equal? So, equal ba sila? No, they are not equal. So, lalagyan natin na ganyan. They are not equal. So, if the product of the means and the extremes are not equal, therefore, we can say that 5 is to 8 and 10 is to 4 do not form a proportion. Okay? Hindi sila proportion. Kasi nga, yung product ng means at saka yung product ng extremes ay hindi equal. So, our conclusion for that is that they do not form a proportion. Or simply put, it's not a proportion. Okay? So let's have a third one. Okay. So suppose I have 4 is to 6 and 10 is to 15. Do they form a proportion? So anong gagawin natin? We change the word and into an equal sign and let's discover whether this is a true statement or not. Okay, so 4 is to 6 is equal to 10 is to 15. We are still in question, di ba? Aalamin pa rin natin kung proportion nga yan ng o hindi. So again, we need to get the product of the means and the product of the extremes and compare the two products. Ano yung means natin? Ang means natin ay yung second and third term. So that's 6 times 10. And it should be equal to the extremes, first and last. So 4 times 15. What is 6 times 10? 6 times 10 is 60. What is 4 times 15? 4 times 15 is 60. I-compare ninyo yung dalawa. Tama ba? Do we have a true statement? 60 is equal to 60? Yes, we do have a true statement. So what will be our conclusion? Therefore, 4 is to 6 and 10 is to 15 form or is a proportion. Lagyan na natin. Form a proportion. Okay? So that's how you determine whether you have a proportion given two ratios. You get the product of the means and the extremes, you compare the two. If you have a true statement, kapag equal yung product na lumabas, then you have a proportion. Kung wala naman, kung hindi naman, hindi yan proportion. Okay? So, anong importansya nito? Okay? Gagamitin nyo kasi yung concept na to in finding the missing term in a proportion. Okay? So, how do we determine the missing term in a proportion? Or how do we find a quantity that will make our proportion a true statement? So, suppose I have 4 is to 12. Okay, in the end. Equals, this is proportion to, let's say, n is to 6. Okay, 4 is to 12 is equal to n is to 6. So, meron tayong naiiba. Okay? Yung 4, 12, and 6 are all constants. Pagdating dun sa n, meron tayong variable. Ibig sabihin, we have a quantity which we do not yet know the exact value of. So, meron tayong missing term in a proportion. Ang tawag natin dyan ay missing term. O, sabi, hindi naman nawawala, meron naman letter N eh. Actually, hindi natin masasabi kung proportion nga yan o hindi. Maliban na lang kung alamin natin yung tunay na value ng N that will make the whole statement true. Okay? So, paano ang gagawin natin? So, ulit, ganun lagi yon. The product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes. So, we are going to get the product of the means and the product of the extremes, and then we compare. Okay? So, what are the means? Ano nga uli ang means natin? Yung second at saka third. So, that will be 12 times n. And we compare that with the extremes, 4 and 6. 4 times 6. Okay, 4 times 6. So, anong gagawin natin? 12 and n, hindi pa natin masasabi kung anong product niyan. Kasi nga, variable pa yung n natin. Unlike on the right side, yung 4 and 6 natin, pwede na nating i-multiply yan ng diretso kasi pareho namang constant. So, we'll have 4 and 6, that is 24. So, ibig sabihin, 12 times n is equal to 24. What number will you multiply to 12 such that you'll get 24? So one way of doing so is to skip count by 12 until you reach 24. So pang ilang multiple ni 12 si 24, malalaman ninyo. Or we can divide each of these two numbers by 12. Okay? Di-divide natin yan by 12. Now, bakit natin kailangan i-divide by 12? Kasi 12 divided by 12 will be 1. That will be equal to 1. Leaving us only with n. Okay? And then, 24 divided by 12, di ba? Yung bar line natin, ang operation that is denoted by the fraction bar in a fraction is division. So that's 24 divided by 12. And what is 24 divided by 12? That is 2. Okay? Now, we can check whether this is true or not. So, tama ba yung ating sagot na n is 2? So, pwede natin yan i-check dito on the side. Okay? Let's check. 4 is to 12 is equal to n is to 6. Ano nga yung n? Ang n natin ay 2. So, we just substitute. we'll have 4 is to 12 equals 2 is to 6. And then we multiply the means and the extremes. Ano yung means natin? We have 12 times 2, and that should be equal to the product of the extremes, 4 times 6. Ano yung 12 times 2? That's 24. 4 times 6 is also 24. So, since the product of the means and the extremes, where n is 2, is a true statement, are equal rather, then, by no doubt, yung n is equal to is our answer. Okay? Yun yung number na makapagsasatisfy dun sa ating proportion. So, let's have another one. Okay? So, suppose we have another fraction, another pair of ratios. We have 9 is to 12 equals 6 is to m. Yan. Okay. Hindi laging letter N ha. Pwede yan. Any letter of the alphabet can represent the missing term in a proportion. Pwede kahit anong letter of the alphabet. If you are using X to denote multiplication, then wag niyo munang gamitin yung X as a variable. Ganon yon. Okay? Kasi pag sa high school kasi, yung X kasi is a variable already. And they limit the use of X as a symbol for multiplication. So, para sa atin sa mga elementary students natin or elementary pupils natin, any letter will do to represent the missing term. Tapos iwasan nyo muna yung X, gamitin muna ha. Kung na variable, kasi ginagamit nyo pa yung X as a symbol for multiplication. Okay? So we have 9 is to 12 is equal to 6 is to m. So what should be the value of m that will make this statement a true statement, or it will make it a proportion? So ano nga uli yung gagawin natin? We look for the product of the means and the product of the extremes. Okay? So pwede nating i-trace yan, yung first and last extremes, second and third means. Okay? Yung means nasa loob, extremes nasa dulo. So we'll have the means first, 12 times 6. And it should be equal to the product of the extremes, 9 and m. 9 times m. Okay? So, in this case, hindi pa natin madadirectly compute yung product ng extremes natin kasi meron tayong variable. So, doon tayo sa means. What is 12 times 6? 12 times 6 is 72. Meaning to say, yung 9 times n, dapat 72 din yan. Kaso nga, yung m natin ay hindi pa po pwede. Okay? If you recall your mathematical statements in the lower grades, kapag meron kayong ganitong statement, ang ginagawa ninyo, nag-divide kayo. Diba? Each factor in a factor pair can be a divisor of the product. So, yung 72, pwede kong i-divide sa m, ang lalabas ay 9. Or yung 72, i-divide sa 9, ang lalabas ay m. So, in this case, mas dapat na gamitin natin ay yung 9. Okay? So, 9 divided by 9, that would be equal to 1. Kina-cancel out natin, ibig sabihin, it's equivalent to 1. Okay? Hindi yan nawawala. It's just equivalent to 1. And 1 times m will be m. Diba? Any number multiplied to 1 is the number itself. Then, ito tayo, 72 divided by 9 is 8. Okay, gamitin natin yung reflexive property ng mga equations. So, m is equal to 8 to properly write our solution. M is equal to 8. Now, we can check whether 8 here is really our solution to this proportion statement. So, we need to do the checking part. Okay, checking. O gusto nyo colon, any of the two will do. So we'll have 9 is to 12 is equal to 6 is to m. Yun yung given natin. Then we substitute the value of m, which is, in this case, is 8. So we have 9 is to 12 equals 6 is to 8. Then we multiply the means and the extremes. Okay? Means muna tayo. 12 times 6 equals to the extremes, yung dulo-dulo, 9 times 8. And 12 times 6 is 72. 9 times 8 is also 72. So, we compare the two products, yung product na means and extremes. We found out that they are equal. That means our solution is 8 for M to make it a true statement or to make it a proportion. Okay? So that's how you find the missing term in a proportion. Okay, wrap up natin. Ano nga ang ibig sabihin ng proportion? A proportion is a statement of equality between two ratios. So there should be two ratios and they should be equivalent. Okay? Para magkaroon kayo ng statement of equality, magkaroon din kayo ng proportion. To test whether a proportion is a true proportion or not, you use the property or yung fundamental property ng proportions, which is the product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes. O, ano nga yung means and extremes? The means and the extremes are the parts of a proportion. There are 4 terms. So yung first at saka fourth term are the extremes, while the second and the third terms are the means. So kunin niyo yung product nila, i-compare ninyo, kapag equal, then you have a proportion. You also use the same principle or the same property in getting the missing term in a proportion. Okay? So I hope you learned something from this video and magagamit ninyo yung concept na ito in solving direct proportions. Okay? So please do visit my channel and watch the other videos that I have, math video lessons that I have in my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You can also hit the bell, the notification bell para kapag may bago akong mga videos, kasi hindi naman ako regular mag-upload ng videos. Kung may bago akong video, at least you'll get notified kapag na siya, for viewing na siya. So, thank you, God bless, and see you